Hi, and welcome to Find What Moves You. My name is Tracy, and the whole purpose of this show is to help people to stay active and healthy for their entire lives, and maybe to introduce you to some kind of sports that you don't know or that you've never seen before. And that's true for me today, because we are going to be talking about cricket, and we have two people here from the Thunder Bay Cricket Council. I got it right. If you could just please introduce yourselves and let us know the position that you hold.
Thank you for inviting to the program. My name is Jerin. I'm a priest at a Holy Family Church here in the Diocese of Thunder Bay, and I am a member and the Cricket Council, and I'm very happy to lead cricket here in Thunder Bay, which as you just mentioned, it's a brand new sport here in Thunder Bay. And I've been playing cricket ever since, when I was a child. And almost 7 years I didn't get to play here in Thunder Bay. That was the gap. But then somehow it started again here, and I'm very happy to be part of cricket here in Thunder Bay.
And we're so happy to have you here today.
Thank you.
And our second guest, if you could please introduce yourself.
Myself, Abhi and Jerin. You can call me Abhi. Like I said, I've been playing cricket since my childhood, and even from starting school, like people play ice hockey here in Canada. That's where we start playing cricket back home in India, where I am from. And I work as a manager, a restaurant manager here in Thunder Bay, and also working as a board of directors under Thunder Bay Cricket Council, also a player of Thunder Bay Commons, which is the official team of T-Bay T-Bay Cricket Council. And for cricket, it gives me a lot of fun, also competitive creativity in order to play against strong teams and get into more opportunities down the road. Cricket is like a religion for all of us who loves to play cricket in Thunder Bay.
Very nice. Jerin, I'm going to start with you. I do want to talk all about cricket, but part of the show is learning about the people that are on it. And where did physical fitness start for you? You let us know when cricket started. Was there any other sports that you did?
I am actually a soccer player. Primarily, I'm a soccer player, but I love all the sports. Anything that moving, I'd be in. I'm very excited and interested to do. Like in my very first winter, I learned how to ski. And
downhill or cross country?
Cross country. I can just hardly. I can ski like a decent skiing, not crazy skiing. I learned how to skate. So I love sports in general.
You learned how to skate as well?
Yeah, I did in my very first winter.
So you're just Canadian, just like that?
If I have to stop while I'm skating, I have to take long circles. I cannot stop like the hockey players.
Oh, that 2-foot side stop's not working for you?
I enjoy it. Yeah, it's pretty neat. So ever since I was a very young child, I was always involved in different sports, mainly soccer, then cricket and badminton. Those are my three favorite sports that I always played.
So just for my own curiosity, have you joined a soccer league in Thunder Bay as well?
I played almost 10 years here in city. 3 different teams here in Thunder Bay. Actually, there is an interesting story about sports and my life here in Thunder Bay. When I came to Thunder Bay, I didn't know anybody here other than one priest, and I was very uncomfortable. I didn't want to continue here in Thunder Bay. So after 3 months, almost decided I'm going back to India. And then, not because people weren't welcoming. Everybody was welcoming. Everybody was so kind. I had everything that anyone can dream of. It was wonderful to be here, but somehow I didn't feel home. And a lady from one of the parishes that I was at that time, she actually called me, Jerin, would you like to go play soccer? And I went to play soccer with her, and I met different people there, and ever since I loved Thunder Bay. So soccer is actually, it's very interesting. Find what moves you. I was stuck, and soccer here in Thunder Bay actually helped me to move on here in Thunder Bay.
I love love that story. So you found something that you're comfortable doing here in Thunder Bay, and that's what kept you here. I get that. Like, you need to find a piece of home.
Yeah, and sometimes, those, when you get that momentum, then you can keep going, right?
Exactly.
Sometimes you're stuck and you find something that moves you.
Thank you
and
for
that was soccer for me beginning, and now cricket. The last 6 years it's been cricket.
Abhi, now what other sports have you done? What moves you to stay physically active besides cricket?
Besides cricket, so mostly cricketers knows how to play soccer too, just to get that rhythm, like a fast-moving pace, in order to get that eye-hand coordination in cricket. We all know how to play soccer too. Mostly cricketers knows how to play soccer, and also badminton, like Jerin said. In order to keep that pace into our day-to-day life, to keep that fitness in ourselves. So not only cricket all the time, but also soccer, badminton, swimming. These are the ones that I used to do a lot other than cricket. I love swimming because it gives us more energy for anything in your life, to get fitness all the time, right? Especially not getting big weights and getting really big muscles, and not a.
You're talking about more cardio workouts.
Exactly.
That kind
So
of thing.
yeah, so that moves me to get into that level of playing. I mean, especially soccer gives us more cardio too, right? Running all the time. It's not even having a rest like cricket. So that helped me to get my fitness level goes all the time equal. And I stopped playing badminton last year just because of an injury happened to me while playing badminton. So trying to stick with cricket for now is good for me, because that feels like home, like you said, feels exactly like home here in Thunder Bay.
So you had a badminton injury that's not keeping you from doing cricket, is it?
I had to stop playing cricket. I have to take a break from cricket for like few months to get rid of that injury, and I got back to cricket. So to be with cricket all the time, I temporarily discontinued playing badminton for a while now.
So if somebody's going to be playing cricket, would you suggest that they do other sports as well, cross training?
Well, they could, yeah, they could take anything they wanted to be in their life, right? That's their personal choices, but make sure you're keeping yourself stay away from hurt or injury, to make sure you're doing pretty good warm-up before and after. So that makes you stick away from the injuries that could happen in between you play soccer or whatever the sports it is.
Yeah.
So when you when you dominate something in your life, maybe when you have a commitment towards cricket, if you have that commitment, you should keep that commitment until you play good cricket.
I love that you just mentioned warm-ups, because I'm a very strong advocate of warming up, doing like kind of aerobic exercises, that kind of thing, and doing static stretching after. So doing like movement stretches before, and then the kind of hold stretches after. Do you do the same thing?
Yeah, all kind of sports have their own warm-ups and warm-downs. So
there's different parts of your body you need to use.
Exactly, yes, yeah. So we have to do that even if for practice sessions, we should do that because I have that when I did not have time to do a warm-up session, if I'm going straight to that, whatever it is, soccer or cricket or badminton, there are 100% chances to get hurt.
Absolutely, and I know for myself especially, I'm a very cold starter. I can't just hop into a sport. I do a lot of different things too, but I'm very well aware of that, and I'm sure it doesn't matter if you're a cold or a warm starter, you need to do it anyway. We are going to be right back and talk about all things cricket in Thunder Bay. Hi, and welcome back to Find What Moves You. We are here with Jerin and Abhi from the Thunder Bay Cricket Council. Now we're going to get into it. Now we're going to start talking about cricket in Thunder Bay. So I was chatting with people about what my interview was going to be today, and they said, we have a cricket club in Thunder Bay, and that's exactly why we're here, to let everybody know that yes, you can play cricket in Thunder Bay. So, Jerin, if you don't mind, how did this happen? How did we get our cricket club?
Obviously, last 7-8 years, there is a big change of people coming to Thunder Bay. There is lots more people coming from Asia, from many parts of the world. So Thunder Bay is becoming very multicultural. And probably you already know this, cricket is the second most popular game in the whole world. So in Canada... Actually,
I did not know that.
Yeah,
but
so...
Continue.
Yeah, so in Canada wasn't too popular, but many other places in the world it was very popular. So when people start to come, they're always looking for something they could do. And where I serve as a priest, as a parish priest, Holy Family Church, we had a place there in my backyard. So I had lots of connection like Abhi and many other people there. So they all came to see me, and we were chit-chatting, and we were trying to see how we can play cricket. And in my backyard, we played about 2-3 years. We played there.
How big is the space? Is it big enough?
It's a big parking lot.
Okay.
It's an asphalt parking lot. It's pretty neat. And we started there, and of course it has its own limitations, but we played there almost 3 years, and we had about 60-70 people came there to play. And then we went to the city, and the city was kind enough, and they were very cooperative for us to make a field at chapels. And so that's how the cricket kind of grew here in Thunder Bay.
Okay. So you have one pitch, they're called, right? If I ever say anything wrong, if I get this wrong, make sure you let me know. But you have one cricket pitch at chapels.
Yes.
Right
now, yes.
Is that enough to... Is it enough for your club to grow, or is it about as big as it... I'll ask you, Abhi, is it about... Like, do you have enough right now? Is that enough space?
At the beginning, like he said, and like he mentioned, at the beginning we had almost about 60 to 70 players who are willing to play, who are ready to commit to cricket. But now, like he said, there are a lot of immigrants who are here to study, work, or to live here in Canada. So they all are interested to play cricket from different parts of these worlds, right? Especially from Asian countries like India, Pakistan, Sri Lanka, and United Arab Emirates like UAE, and also from Australia, England, those areas. There are a lot of people came to, especially to Thunder Bay. So they all are keenly interested to play cricket because that's what their childhood sport was, and then they wanted to keep that in their life too, and then to grow their cricketing talents or skills by living here in Thunder Bay. So now we only have one pitch, and city helped to get another pitch here in Thunder Bay too. But for like now, our count is almost 200 to 300, right? Cricketers here in Thunder Bay still
200 to 300 for now.
For now.
And I'm going to make a whole bunch more people come and see you.
Exactly. Wonderful. So and we all welcome everybody, all players who are beginners or they're professionals, all levels are welcome to join our cricket club. And we have to give them space or room to play cricket here in Thunder Bay too. So one field, like you asked me a question, one field is enough for these many players. It won't be enough for these many players for down the road, but we expect some kind of help or from something from the city of Thunder Bay. They are helping us a lot, but
that's good to know.
Down the road we are hoping to get few more cricket grounds to enlarge this community here in Thunder Bay.
So you said a few things there that were very interesting to me. One of them is like a lot of immigrants are coming to Thunder Bay and joining your club. However, we want the Canadian folks to be joining in too. So you said you don't turn anyone away, even though your club is growing and growing. Yeah, so
last year we had many different programs. We had about 4 different leagues here in Thunder Bay, and there was one league for children. So the kids and our program run every Wednesdays for the whole summer, and we had about 40 some children, and about close to 20 of them were locals here in Thunder Bay.
That's good to hear.
And we had a Division B cricket league, and we had people from 13 different countries, including people from locals here in Thunder Bay.
Oh, that's so good to hear.
So it's not just some people in India, it's at least from 14, 15 different countries that are coming together to play the game cricket here in Thunder Bay.
So growing it at the grassroots level, like those children that you're teaching are going to go to school and talk about they're playing cricket, and the other kids are going to be like, hey, Mom and Dad, I think we should be doing this too.
Oh, we went to give training to about 12 different schools here in Thunder Bay. We went to Lakehead University, we went to Concord College to train cricket so far.
I understand you have some support from Lakehead University and from the college
too.
as well.
Very much
Suki
so,
as well.
Lakehead and Zuki, they've been such a big supporters for us to play here, cricket here in Thunder Bay.
Very nice.
With so many local businesses as well.
It's so good to hear that you're getting so much support too.
And it's also we are supporting Lakehead University and Confederation College to build a team on their own and then helping them to host a tournament in our cricket pitch.
Like a varsity team?
Yes.
Okay.
So
very nice. So we talked about the children, and there's other developmental leagues for adults. And I think we had discussed it's about 18 to 25 is where most of your players are, but doesn't matter. It can be children to, can you still walk? We
are starting a indoor training, winter cricket training session for children tomorrow. From tomorrow onwards, Tuesdays it's happening Holy Cross School here in Thunder Bay, the school gym. And we had about 15 to 20 children signed up, and ages from 5 to 17. Okay. Yeah, they are joining tomorrow. So, Abhi, you have not a professional, but a competitive league as well that you both belong to. So you're on that team too? Yes. So we have a few different leagues going on here. First, like he said, first one on Mondays, we usually contact our Division B level cricket. That's for the beginners. Okay. And we have B for beginners. I can remember that. Yes. And then we have leatherboard cricket, like the real cricket, which we use our protective gears and real cricket ball, bats, everything. That's usually on Fridays or Saturdays. That's where we go outside to represent Thunder Bay. Outer cities, especially in NOCL, which is Northern Ontario Cricket League. That's where we play real cricket. So we have that league going on Fridays and Saturdays. And on Sundays, we have Tibet Commons. The Tibet Commons Club plays competitive cricket inside the club itself. So, club so you're playing against each other. Yeah, so the club has a lot of members, right? So we divide into 4 or 5 or 6 teams, and then we play each other like a competitive cricket inside the club. Okay. So those are the leagues going on here in Thunder Bay at present. So in future we may introduce or we may enlarge that leagues to accommodate a lot of other players in order to get their opportunities to the newcomers too. Okay. So your competitive team is a traveling team then in the region? Yes. Okay. How many teams are there in the region? Mostly like here in Thunder Bay or in general? The region. Yeah, in the region. Northern Ontario. There is Sudbury has teams, the Sault Ste. Marie has teams, North Bay, Timmins has team, and Thunder Bay has teams. So the Northern Ontario Cricket League means there is 5 clubs. That's actually part of the Ontario Provincial Club. Very good. We are going to take another short break and come back talking about all things cricket. Welcome back to Find What Moves You. We are now going to find out about the sport of cricket, not where we can play it, but the actual sport itself. Because like most Canadians, I shouldn't say all, but maybe most, we think cricket is very similar to baseball. But it's really not, is it? So, Jerin, if you could talk to us a little bit about the actual sport itself. Right from, if I come to you, I know nothing. What are you going to tell me first? Yeah, sure. So I assume you played baseball. Yes. So in baseball you have 4 bases, but in cricket there is only 2 bases. And cricket is a high-scoring game. So there is 2 teams. There is a batting team and there is a bowling team. And you toss, and whoever get the batting first, they go to bat first. And whoever get the bowling first, they go into, like when I say bowling, pitching. A game is actually, the length of the game is actually discerned by how many pitches you have in one game. So the game that we play here is 120 pitches. So it takes about an hour and a half to play the whole game. And so the batting team get to bat the whole time, and you obviously have a boundary. If you hit the ball with a bat, cricket bat, over the boundary, you get 6 points. And if you hit the ball, but it's on the ground, but past the boundary, you get 4 points. That's why it's so high scoring, that it's not just 1 point. Yeah. Okay. And now you have another way you can actually score. You hit, and you have 11 players in the field, active players. They will be fielding there is inner field, there is outer field, there is a keeper. They all try to catch the ball fast enough so that they cannot run much. They can run between those two pitches. So once the batman go to the other end and the non-striker comes to the batting end, you get 1 point.
But there's two people, right? There's a person that has the bat, and then there's a person at the other side.
Also have the bat.
They
exchange. When they exchange, when it's safe to exchange the run, then they get one point. So you get 6 points, or you get 4 points, or you can run and that make 1 run. And you can actually run back and forth up to 4 runs.
Okay.
So there is 6, there's 4, and up to 4 runs you can run. That's how you score.
Okay.
And someone pitches the ball. If they knock, there is 3 stumps. If they knock, the pitcher knocks those sticks down, you're out. The batsman hit, someone catches the ball like baseball, you're out. You know, or while you're running between the bases, before they reach the safe zone, they catch you, take the stumps out, you're out. So those are the basic 3 ways you usually get out. There are a little more details to it, but those are the main ones, how you play cricket.
So the stumps, does that mean there's 2 stumps and there's a...
There is 3 bail. And there is a bails on top.
Okay, bail it's called. Look at, I know something.
There you go.
And if that falls off...
Yeah, so that means as long as the ball hit the stumps, you're out.
Okay.
Yeah, or catch, you're out. So basically, it's in baseball, after 3 swings, that's what I remember. After 3 swings, you have to move on, right?
Well, kind of. 3 strikes.
Yeah, 3 strikes. But in cricket, you can stay, if you're a good batsman, you can stay up the whole 120 pitches. As long as you hit, as long as you score for your team, that's all it matters. So you have 11 players in some games. If the opening batsman, if they're really good, only 2 has to play. And if they get 150 or 200 runs, that's a good target for your team.
But what I understood was once that batsman is out, he may stay for the whole game, but once he's out, he doesn't come back.
No, he doesn't come back like baseball. So in baseball, you have 13, 14 different, times you come back.
Yeah.
But in cricket, once you're out, you're out.
You're done. Yeah.
But you come back for the fielding. So once the 120 pitches is over, then you all go to field. The fielding team comes bat. Now they have a target. If they are batting second.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's how we play cricket. It's not that difficult.
I think because a lot of us have the mindset of baseball, it's hard to kind of branch outside of that because it looks so similar, but it's really not.
I played my first 3-4 years. I played baseball here. Yeah. The slow pitch. Okay. It was so much fun. They call it the beer league.
Oh yeah, okay. Those are just for fun.
Yeah. The people who played in that league was so fun.
Yeah.
And in my second year, I got I hit over the fence 4 or 5 times, and they all call me, "Here comes the cricketer."
Oh yeah, we want those cricket
Even back
guys
in
to
those
come
days,
and play
they call me
with us.
cricketer. Yeah.
Oh, that's
so I have a cricket swing, and I got home runs back then.
So, Abhi, if you could go through some of the positions for me. Like, there was a lot mentioned just now, so start with what you do.
Okay, so he mentioned the wicket keeper who stands behind who is keeping the wickets. That's what called wicket keeping, right? So that's my position is in my team. I play as a wicket keeper. That's my role.
We would think of that as the catcher.
Catcher, yes. Yeah. It's same as in baseball. In cricket, it's wicket keeper. So he has the duty to keep everybody's onto the game, and he can see around on whole cricket ground. He can see wherever everybody is, and then from the batsman's view, I can see whatever is going on in that field. So whatever the batsman is trying to hit, wherever he's going to hit, so I can see where he's going to hit too. So that's the position of wicket keeper. At the same time, we have a bowler who's going to pitch the ball, and then we have another 9 players who are on the field in an active game to get the ball and to save the runs, or catch the ball to get the batsman out.
Okay. But then on the field at the same time is the 2 batsmen. One is active. One
is on the striker's end, which is going to face the ball. One is on the other non-striker's end, which is probably going to come back and forth according to their run in between the bases.
Okay. Now, when they switch, the non-striker becomes the striker.
Striker, yes.
Ooh, Ooh-wee.
And
I'm getting
also,
it.
one thing to keep in mind, in baseball, I noticed the pitcher almost, you may have 1 or 2 pitchers, but in cricket, after 6 pitches, you change the pitcher.
After 6 pitches.
You change the pitcher.
That means a
Oh.
1 over. So there are
Okay.
20 over format, 10 over format, 50 over format, maybe 5 days. These are the different formats of cricket. Test cricket, ODI cricket, 2020, T10. So one T10 means 10 overs. So 1 over has 6 pitches.
Oh,
So that's 60 pitches altogether.
Okay. I know that there's cricket that goes on for days and days and days.
Yes.
But
Not
they-
all of them.
But they've shortened it.
Yes.
So that, do you think it's to make it better for the viewers?
No. It can be one of those reasons, but it's all different games, different strategies. If you're playing only 60 pitches, it's one strategy. If you're playing 120 pitches, another strategy.
I see.
If you're playing for 3,000 pitches, then it's a different strategy, right?
Yeah.
So it's all different games, different approaches.
Yeah.
So we only have about a minute left, but I want to just ask about some of the equipment that you brought here. So there's 2 different bats.
Yeah, these are the one we use for the hard tennis or heavy tennis balls. It looks like tennis ball, but it's pretty heavy and hard.
They look exactly like tennis balls,
Yeah.
but when I felt it, they're very different.
Yeah,
like
it's
you
pretty
can tell the
different.
difference.
It's
Yeah.
heavier than the tennis ball. That's we use for like, it's not that competitive cricket, but for whoever wants to start like a beginner,
That's a
they can
beginner,
start
okay.
from that. And these are the real cricket bat where we start playing with our real cricket ball.
Okay.
Leather ball, stitch balls, it's called.
Yeah,
It's
these
pretty-
feel like they would hurt if they
It
hit
hurts.
you.
It's pretty harder than the baseball, and we need protective gears in order to play these.
I can understand with the weight of that and
Yeah.
the way this feels.
It's pretty way heavier
Yeah.
than this
So
one.
even the fielders have protective equipment?
No, they don't. They use their bare hands to
Did I
catch.
say that right? What are they called? They're
Fielders,
Fielders?
yes.
Okay.
Fielders.
Okay.
Only the batsman and also the wicket keeper have the protective gears on the field. All
Okay.
the others must have to
But they have a glove.
catch. No, they don't.
Oh!
No gloves
Catch
is
there
in the
with the bare
fielding. No.
hands.
Oh, I don't know if I just changed my mind about playing cricket. Thank you so much, both of you, for joining me today.
Thank you for
That
joining.
was Find What Moves You, and hopefully you'll join us again.